Hello everyone, it's the Batman Statue Collector, and we are ready for the fourth battle in the Arkham Madness Tournament. And the matchup today features this guy, the awesome Arkham Knight Azrael, taking on the Arkham Knight Scarecrow. This battle is what nightmares are made of. Let's watch it up next. Alright guys, welcome back, and like I said, today we have absolutely an amazing matchup. I am so excited for this one because we have over here in this corner, we have the amazing Azrael. This is one that I didn't have on my radar at all, but I am so glad that I finally bit the bullet on him because he has become one of my favorite statues in my collection. I absolutely love him. Then on the other side we have Scarecrow, which I consider, I've wanted a Scarecrow in my collection forever, and so I am so excited because I love the way the Scarecrow looks from Prime 1 Studio. Again, top-notch products from a top-notch company, so I cannot wait for this. As always, I want to remind you to please make sure you go to BatmanStatueCollector.com, vote every single day, make sure you also fill in your bracket. Again, we are giving away that amazing Hot Toys Arkham City Batman provided by Sideshow Collectibles, so I cannot wait. And then there's also going to be some other giveaways too throughout the event, so stay tuned for that. Okay? As always, we're going to get started with the bases. Let's do that first. Alright, so when we're talking about the bases, this will not take very long because they are practically the same base. They're very similar. They both have that double head look, which also like Two-Face has, Harley Quinn, Robin, and other ones that are in this line. They all have that similar two-head look. Which I think is, again, good and bad because it gets a little bit repetitive, but overall they all look good together, and that's all that really matters. The figure is what's important. The bases aren't as important, at least in my opinion. But let's start with Azrael. So Azrael here has the amazing base with the two knights on it. I absolutely think that looks phenomenal. It fits the character very well, and I really like the swords going through them. I think that adds a really nice touch to the statue, and it stands out, in my opinion, more than some of the other bases. It just looks really cool. Then if we move over to the other side and we talk about Scarecrow, again we have a similar base, and it has the two, I guess you could say, Scarecrowified heads. I'm guessing probably the fear toxin type heads. They have the noose around their neck. And they look incredibly creepy, so they're well sculpted. It's going to fit the character perfectly. Now, the way that Scarecrow is situated on this base, people are probably going to have it kind of displayed a little bit more from the side as opposed to from the front. So that might be an issue for some people because of the way Scarecrow is positioned. They're probably going to want him facing out. But anyway, both bases practically identical. They both look really good. And so if I had to choose between one or the other, which one I think is a little bit better, me personally, I would award this particular round to Azrael. I think having the extra swords in there, I think it just makes it look really neat. And again, lots of detail, and it really fits the character, and it really stands out to me in my collection just because of those extra swords in the knight heads. So again, I just think that's a nice touch by Prime 1 Studio. This round goes to Azrael. Alright, so now we are ready to talk about the bodies. Lots of details on both figures, so let's get right to it. When we're talking about this guy right here, Azrael, I mean, look at the amount of detail on him. So much with his armor. There's so many little detail elements in his shoulder pads. He also, of course, has the amazing cape, which is very unique. It's not a full cape. It's actually just like bits and pieces of cape, which is really neat. And it also then flows over his shoulder, which is, again, unique. We also have all of the chainmail detail, and Prime 1 does an amazing job, and I still do not know how they paint these statues because there's so many tiny areas. I don't know how a brush gets in these areas and makes them so clean. If I try to paint anything, it looks incredibly sloppy. So my credit goes to all of the Prime 1 painters. You guys are amazing. But again, from top to bottom, the way that all of the torn elements, the rags on him are all bloodied looking, your eye goes to him in the collection. And maybe because it's red, he stands out a little bit more. But again, as I look at him, I'm just again amazed by all of the straps around his leg. I'm looking at the sword. The sword looks really good. Just everything on him, there's just so many levels of detail on him that you can look at him for a long time and still probably not see everything. So I really think that the body on him looks really good. As we switch over then to Scarecrow, again, Scarecrow looks very good as well. I don't feel like maybe there is as many details on him. He still has a ton going on in his chest area with all of the different tubes. Lots of detail there. As we go down to the legs, not as much detail. There's still some things, some tubes and things like that, but not quite as much detail on this side. There's also the coat that he's wearing, looks really good. Prime 1 did an amazing job with the texturing on that. Again, I'm just amazed that so many of their products look like cloth, look like fabric, cut and sew elements, but they are fully sculpted. If I had to choose on this particular one, again, they both look really good, but this award, again, goes to Azrael, in my opinion, because there's so much detail, and I just think it looks really amazing. All right, so now let's move on to my personal favorite category, and that is the head sculpts. Now, the interesting thing about both of these statues is they both only come with one, and they're both hooded figures. So that's why I put them together in the matchup. Let's start with Azrael. Now, Azrael, again, looks really good. The way that he is designed, he's looking down. He's got the hooded cover. The face itself looks very well done. It's painted very well done. Some of it's kind of hidden. You know, you don't really see it because it's kind of in the darkness, which definitely adds to the intrigue of the character when you're looking at him. The top piece, I was a little surprised because the top piece is, I believe, kind of a molded plastic with this hood. But again, you can't tell that. It just looks really well done. And it doesn't really matter to me what it's made of as long as it looks good. And so the head sculpt on him, again, I think he looks really great. I wouldn't really have any nitpicks about it at all. Let's go ahead and move over then to Scarecrow. Again, a hooded figure. A lot of his face is hidden behind the sculpt. He has amazing detail. Just look how creepy he looks here. Just incredibly creepy. So this one's kind of tough for me. I think they both look good. Again, they're both hooded figures that are kind of hidden. But in this particular case, I have to award this round, in my opinion, it goes to Scarecrow. I feel like he just looks very creepy. It fits the character. It's really, to me, the highlight of the statue itself is that head sculpt. It's what your eye goes to. And I feel like with Azrael, you really look at the whole figure, not just his head. But with Scarecrow, you definitely notice the head first. So in this round, head sculpts goes to Scarecrow. All right, last but certainly not least, let's talk about exclusives. Well, this round's going to be really easy because Azrael doesn't have an exclusive. He is what he is. He's his own exclusive. He's his own collector's edition. So by default, Scarecrow already wins on this round because he has an exclusive, and it's a very unique one that was kind of controversial at the time, and which I thought was brilliant on Prime 1's part. His exclusive is he comes with a second Batman Arkham Knight head that is exposed to his fear toxin. He's got the green, lingering effects, and I think that's awesome. So you can really, if you wanted to pair Scarecrow up with Batman, you can do that by just simply changing out that head. Again, some people complained that, well, what if I don't have that Batman? It forces me to buy it. Well, that's, again, smart strategy on Prime 1's part. No one says you have to buy it. But again, if you own it, man, I just think that is such a cool exclusive. I don't know how often I'll use it, but I might switch it out from time to time. Again, Scarecrow wins because there is no other exclusive. But again, I think it is an awesome exclusive and definitely one worthy of this round. All right, guys, so that just about wraps everything up. This was kind of a short and sweet video. It's probably my shortest one to date because there are no switch outs with either statue. So it makes it very unique in the fact that they are what they are. They are just representing the characters, and in my opinion, they both look phenomenal. So this one's really tough for me because I love both statues, and again, this is one of the favorites in my collection. But if I had to choose one, the winner I choose this time is Scarecrow. I think that people can identify with him. They understand who the character is. He looks great. He looks creepy. I remember everybody freaked out when they first showed him, I believe at Tokyo Comic-Con, and he just looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to have him in my collection. And man, again, he just looks so good. Now, that's not taking anything away from this guy right here because, again, he is phenomenal. And if you don't have him in your collection, I highly recommend it because he's going to be harder to find because he was very limited. So buy him. He's amazing. Again, my opinion doesn't matter. What matters is your opinion. Please, again, go to BatmanStatueCollector.com. Make sure you've downloaded your bracket. Make sure you fill it out. Make sure you're playing along with us. Keep your brackets too, because I might have a few surprises up my sleeve as the contest keeps going on. And so also, speaking of contests, make sure that you are voting every single day, again at BatmanStatueCollector.com, because every single time that you play, every single time that you vote is a chance to win those giveaways. So I cannot wait that one of you out there is going to be our winner. So that's awesome. As always, guys, I thank you so very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the Batcave.